back to my channel. My name is Miss Evalyn. I'm a library science grad student with a focus in youth services, and today I'm going to be baking a cake inspired by these two picture books. This month's story time is baking themed, and one of my favorite literacy tips that I give families is that following a recipe together with your child is a great way to develop literacy skills and fine motor skills. Measuring out ingredients can be a great way to practice our numbers and our fine motor skills, and following the order of the steps in a recipe is a great precursor to being able to follow the narrative of a story. A lot of my favorite picture books tell stories about food, like this one. This is Baker Makers by Kim Smith. I love this book because it's about the process of learning how to follow instructions and also learning when to pivot when things maybe don't go as planned. And in the back of this book, there is a basic cake recipe. Now, I think it is so cool when a book has a recipe in the back, because often when I'm reading about food, it makes me really hungry and I really want to try the food that's in the story. But I've never actually baked a recipe out of a picture book. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's look at what we're going to need to make this cake. 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 cup unsalted butter, softened, 2 cups of sugar, 4 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of milk. All right, I've gathered all my ingredients here, but I think there's one more thing I need before I'm ready to start baking. Perfect! Our first step is to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to grease and flour 2 9-inch cake pans. 1, 2. All right, next we're going to mix together our 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, 3, with our tablespoon of baking powder. Bloop. We're gonna set those dry ingredients aside and work on our wet ingredients. First, we have 1 cup of unsalted butter, softened. I forgot to soften my butter beforehand, so I just popped that in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Be careful microwaving butter though. If it gets too hot, it will explode. I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar. 1, 2. We're going to cream these together. Basically, that means we'll mix them until the sugar is evenly incorporated into the butter. It'll have a light and fluffy texture, and it should be a pale yellow color. Next, we're gonna add eggs, which are right here. Next, we're gonna beat in 4 eggs, 1 at a time. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. Finally, we're going to mix in 1 cup of milk. All right, look at that. Now we're gonna divide this batter evenly between our 2 cake pans. Now we don't want to fill the pans too full, because as our cakes bake, they're going to rise, and they need room to do that. All right, with our pans both half full, we're gonna pop these into the oven. We preheated our oven, so it's already nice and warm. The recipe says to let those bake for 30 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer for 30 minutes, and then we'll check and see if they're done then. Lucky for you, you don't have to wait this long. Let's check it out. Ooh, not done. Looking nice and golden now. Clean and clean. Yay! Look at that! We made cake! Alright, now we're gonna let those cool off completely before we decorate our cake. Woo. Nice, okay. Alright, now that our cake is cool, it's time to decorate. And I'm drawing inspiration from another baking related picture book. This is Bunny Cakes. This is a book that I enjoyed a lot growing up. It's about siblings, Max and Ruby, who are trying to bake a cake for their grandmother's birthday. And they're having a little bit of trouble communicating, but in the end, they make not one, but two amazing, yummy looking cakes. And I wanted to draw inspiration from the cake that Ruby makes to decorate my cake. When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more than to eat Ruby's beautiful pink cake with its hearts and stars and buttercream roses. And so I got myself some bright pink frosting and some star-shaped sprinkles to decorate this cake. So we're gonna start by trimming the tops so we have a more even surface to work with when we are adding our frostings. Let's start over here. I don't know why I thought this bowl would work. And top two. Bloop. All right, now we have some beautiful flat cakes. We are going to put a layer of icing in between them. But first, I want to taste this cake. That's really good. So we have one half frosted. We're just gonna flip the other. So now we're going to take our stars and we're just going to sprinkle them on top. Ta-da! We did it! And now it's time for the best part, finding some friends to share it with. I had so much fun sharing this recipe with you today. If you like this video and you want to see more from my channel, remember to click that subscribe button. With that being said, my name is Miss Evalyn. I had so much fun being your almost librarian today, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye!